Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another Nikke video. This one's very late, I know that. Because she came out a few days ago, so I'm pretty late. I usually do this on the first day, but this one I kind of needed to settle down and think about for a little while because there's a lot of things to consider when it comes to this unit. So, let's talk about that. When you first see her, you might notice it's pretty strange that she's a rocket launcher unit. Very similar to A2, so there will be a lot of comparisons with her and A2 in this video probably. So the charge time, whatever, is 0.3 seconds, but there's some math involved, and I'm not really a math person, but in terms of this game, anyways, I just like clicking things and shooting things and making things go boom boom. That's the kind of player I am. But even though her charge time is a lot less, or on average less than most rocket launcher units, you're actually dealing only half. I believe it's 200% or 250. One of those two things is true on normal rocket launcher units. So you're dealing more damage in the short term, but you do deal more damage when you're attacking the core, which is fine. So she is a rocket launcher unit. Some of you may shrug at that, may not care. Some of you may cringe at that. At least she's not a sniper rifle unit. Asterisk. There's one good sniper rifle unit in the game. Can't always say that, but you know, sniper rifle units usually not the best, but at least she's not that. So she's basically a very self-sustaining DPS because she gets an attack boost, so you don't have to rely on an attack boost. The only thing that she would want is a reload cube, if those exist. I'm pretty sure it does. I'm pretty sure that exists. I'm pretty sure there's a reload cube. You'd also want the OL stats to reflect charge generation and all those kind of things that you would normally have as a DPS, but you also want faster reload. So even though it says here reloads 100% of the magazine, there's some tricky stuff that goes on with it, so hopefully you're just able to use all of the magazine and reload all of it all the way, because what I believe the second skill is, even if you aren't the full way, like if you don't use all of the things, it still reloads the whole thing. So what you'd really want to do is get all of your stuff done. Use every clip. I'm using clip in quotation marks, let's just call them clips, and then you're able to reload completely with that when you're entering your full burst. So make sure when you're entering your full burst, and this is a burst 3, we're going to talk about that in a moment, but make sure when using your burst 3 to have yourself like one left, perhaps, is probably the strategy, because you reload fully, so you're not wasting a lot of time. Pretty sure that's the strategy involving that, and I already saw some people saying the exact same thing, or paraphrasing. And she is very strong for bossing. I mean, I'm just going to come out and say that. She's very strong for bossing. I saw stuff already. She's very strong for bossing. For PvP, probably not the best. She'd probably be okay, but her radius for her rocket launcher is slightly reduced, as you saw there. I thought I heard something. That was kind of weird. But as you see here, it was a Twitch stream that I had muted, but it unmuted itself. So I'm just gonna close that window. But anyways, sorry about that. Anyways, since this full charge damage is reduced the radius compared to where it usually is for a rocket launcher unit, she's probably not gonna be the best in PvP. And in fact, I probably wouldn't even bother with that. In story mode, if you're a new player, she's fine. She lacks AoE beyond rocket launcher stuff. Like, she doesn't, like, yes, if you do it that many times, if you do activate your full charge after 9 times, then you affect all enemies, but that's a long time. And there are other units that are good at dealing with mobs. She's probably not the best at dealing with mobs. She's probably better than most units are dealing with mobs, but not the best. And if there's no core, or like if there's only one boss, and there's several of them, and they don't spawn mobs and things of that nature, there are no multiple parts, then she's probably gonna be the best in the game. And if there's Some mobs you can have your other girls take care of those. But she'll be the best in terms of solo raids probably, in terms of union raids, in terms of bossing in general, will be very good. So with that, keep that in mind. She is a burst 3. Alright, so as I say in all my reviews when it comes to burst 3 characters, burst 3s are the ones that you're investing the most in because they're hard, like you don't really want to change them. Like the burst 1 and 2s, they're a lot easier to replace or swap around because they can mix and match, and you have your burst 3 and they can be almost any team. When you look at a lot of the burst 3s in this game now, they can be pretty much on any team. The near collab units kind of squash that idea a little bit because they need their specific teams, but most burst 3s you can just have them there. So burst 3 characters you want to invest the most of your resources into, and now that they're releasing so many burst 3s, now how are you going to invest in all these burst 3s when you want to, invest in this one you've been investing in for like 4 months. Now there's this new one, and it's just like, how am I supposed to keep up with that? And as a free-to-play player, you're probably thinking that you've probably been thinking the same thing for a long time. And so there are a lot of burst 3s that I like to use. I still haven't even completed A2 yet. I completed Red Hood. I invested literally everything into her, but A2 is still not done for me. And as you know, I did pull for her, and she's still not done. And there's probably other burst 3s like the Bunny Girls. They're not done yet. They're almost done, but not completely yet. So this is what I'm saying about pulling for burst 3s. We will be pulling for her in this video, but I don't think I'm going to get lucky. So, in regards to her score, obviously she is like an SS. She's one of the best in the game in terms of solo bossing or just bossing in general. And I think that's a pretty fine thing to have for a burst 3 DPS. But if you already have a lot of burst DPS or like burst 3 DPS, her value goes down a little bit because you can, especially as a free-to-play player, and you got burned out from the Christmas celebration and any other celebrations you may have pulled on, you may be burned out from burst 3 characters. So her value goes down a little bit in terms of your own situation. Now for me, I'm just going to pull because it's content. But if I don't get her, it is what it is. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and give her, didn't I say a 9 out of 10 I think? 9 out of 10 is, I think, is a very fair score to give her. She's not getting a 10 because I think there would have to be some other factors involved in regards to that. But she is a pilgrim, so if you want another burst 3 pilgrim, if you don't have any burst 3 pilgrims, which would surprise me at this point because there's a lot of them. Anyways, let's go ahead and do some pulls. I got 50 tickets. I prefer not to use all of them. If I get one, that's good enough for me, I think, for the video. So I'm kind of not, I don't know, there's kind of like, okay, so we actually did get one. If it's not Pilgrim, then I'm just going to skip. Okay, it's not Pilgrim, so I'm skipping. I did get Biscuit, though. So that actually is good. That's kind of like a W for me, because apparently I do have her. But I actually don't even remember pulling for him. It must have been from those blue tickets or something. There's nothing in here. This is what I'm dreading. Not getting anything. So we already used 20 tickets and we didn't get one of her yet. Alright, 30 tickets burned, not getting one of her. I told you guys I'm not built this way. I got too lucky during the anniversary getting all those red hoods, and now I'm paying back. It's the luck tax. Here's the luck tax, guys. So we burned 50 tickets. All those tickets I earned during Christmas and also during this New Year stuff, I burned all of them and didn't get a single one of her. So the biscuit was nice, but I would have liked to have gotten that from like a blue ticket or something. I would prefer to get her instead. So for the video, I will use these gems, but it hurts. It's gonna hurt if nothing drops here, which nothing did. So that really hurts, actually. Do I have more? Okay, this is the final pull. And so we spent everything and we're probably not gonna get nothing. Probably nothing's gonna drop. Absolutely nothing dropped. That's crazy, dude. Imagine having the resources I just had and not even getting the banner unit or getting the unit in general. Instead I got an off banner, which is just kind of nice but not really crazy or anything. So that's crazy. There's no more tickets either. So, I mean, I can pity her, but I got 13 days to decide on that. That's unfortunate. That's actually incredibly unfortunate. I was the worst possible solution, or the worst possible outcome, other than getting literally nothing. Because actually I did get an SSR, but like I was just kind of hoping to get her and just move on. But I guess that wasn't in the works, guys. I'm still paying the luck tax from getting so lucky during the anniversary, which was a long time ago at this point. If you want to think about it that way, it was quite a while ago at this point in terms of the game's speed, of how it's going. So I thought maybe the luck tax would have evaporated, but it did not. All right, guys, that's gonna be it for my video. Thank you guys very much for watching. Appreciate you. As always, as I say in every one of my videos, I always appreciate you guys, and hope you get better luck than I did. Peace.